Yeah, y'all. The garden is in trouble this morning, but it is a beautiful day. I will rejoice in the Lord because the garden is in trouble. And when I say I woke up to stuff turned over like Jesus flipping tables, will y'all look at this? Look at this. Talk about disaster. But I am grateful. Nevertheless, I will rejoice and be glad in it. But will y'all look at this mess? Look like some tables. Look, Glenn, the tent flipped. The tent flipped. I don't know how this ladder ended up down here on the ground, but the winds were so high that it like to took everything out. This is crazy because all of my towers have flipped over. But let's just rejoice. Will you look at how beautiful these vegetables look that was in that house? You see how beautiful the vegetables are? So I will rejoice. But what I'm struggling with is all my lettuce and all my towers are on the ground. When I looked in here, when I came out here this morning, Glenn, everything was flipped. Look at this. Look at this in here. All the towers are on the ground. But I am going in there and pick every single one of them up. And I'm going to take my time. And yes, I don't know what happened, except that this tent wasn't anchored. The tent wasn't anchored, so it flipped. And I left the door open. I left this door open. So because I left the door open, the wind got in there and flipped it. Because I had been keeping the door closed. Whoo, God. This gonna be work today. It's gonna be work I was not expecting. I was not expecting this morning. I really wasn't. But I am grateful. I'm grateful that this ladder fell this way instead of that way and crushed all the plants. It missed, even though it fell, it missed. Even though it fell, it missed the greens. It missed, yep, that's what it was. It wasn't anchored. Plagion. It was crazy. So, but at least when this fell, it didn't crush the greens, the trees that were in here. The plants all look absolutely beautiful, except the ones that's toppled over that was just getting back to health. These over here look absolutely beautiful. So I am grateful. And what this is giving me when I looked out the window, it gave me put the tent in another place. So that tent is mangled. But the good thing is I have another one right here that's in really good shape. I can take this and put it around, or I can put it over that one. That is so sad. That is so sad to me because, wow, I didn't see that coming. I absolutely didn't. But I did tell myself the other day, you need to anchor this tent. Go get your stakes. Look, let me show you. To the point that I pulled out the stakes. I found them laying somewhere. Look at this. Everything laying on the ground. But if my food was in these towers, it wouldn't have toppled over. So that sent a strong message to me. And baby, we might be about to put these in place to keep from dealing with those again. So that's a message in itself. I'm going over there and scoop some dirt up and put those towers up. But this is what I found. I found the stakes yesterday I was looking for. And I pulled them out and said, now you need to go anchor that tent because that tent needs to be anchored. Look at this. I mean, you talk about anchors. These are anchors. Like, let me show you. This is crazy. These are the anchors. And I told myself yesterday when I was cleaning up, you need to get these anchors in the ground because that tent is going to topple over. Oh, I didn't listen. It pays to listen. It pays to listen. So I'm really going to have to shift some stuff. Um, yeah, it pays to listen. Now I got all of these. At least it toppled that way and didn't break all these plants, right? This was the indoor garden. This was the tent, the greenhouse garden. The lemons, the limes, all the beautiful vegetables. What does that look like? Looks like it's too soft. What's going on with that? Anyway, this almost busted that up. So I'm taking up right now. I'm taking the tent apart so I can get to whatever's on the ground in there and just get this mangled tent off of everything. It rained pretty heavily here last night. None of these got water, but we're gonna bring them out. These are evergreen, so they survived the winter. I mean, it took the lettuce. I mean, the lettuce was holding it down, or at least I thought. I put them in there to hold the tent down, but they didn't do the job. The wind was a mighty force. The wind was a mighty force. So now I'm gonna have to do something. Hey, Faith Rayborn. I'm gonna have to do something different. So I'm gonna put these for here, right here for now. Let them hang. Well, but I don't want to cause this to weaken either. Better put them in the corners over here. Ooh, y'all, I got a job, a job, a job. Whew, I got a job today. And I gotta save my plants. All my lettuce towers. They gone. They gone, y'all. I gotta get these. Anyway, you should use a bucket with cement. Oh, yup. That is so true. That is so true. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because that way also, well, the tent won't move. I know this is crazy. This is crazy, Glenn. Oh my God. I'm not feeling it. But look, the beauty is I'm going to go through this yard and look at all the things that are here. Y'all see this beautiful garden? Y'all see these beautiful vegetables? Oh my goodness, that is a disaster. The greenhouse came down. Oh, bags of sand. Yep, bags of sand. Because that way it won't be, the poles won't be permanently in that structure. Because my concern was moving moving the tent. Well, I actually wasn't going to move it. I was actually going to because that's a deck right there. So I was actually going to leave the tent up for as a sitting place, covering over the deck in the summertime. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some buckets and put some cement in it, because baby, we can do that today. But I can't use this tent. This tent is now folded, so I'll have to create. I'll have to move that one. I'll have to move that one over here, which is okay, because it's not covered right now. So I'm gonna take the covering off of this one. Oh Jesus, and put it over that one, or bring that one over here and get it settled. Jesus. Wow. Just wow, wow, wow. Yeah. This tent was actually bigger. Move the cement blocks around as well. It will be heavy, but you will be able to do it. Yeah, it will be heavy because when you're trying to move a tent this size, um, it will take four people moving a cement. You can no longer do it alone. It won't be sustainable for me to do alone. And when I think about sustainability, sustainability is where you must be able to do it. You must be able to survive it without a bunch of people because sometimes you don't have people around. Sometimes you don't have the manpower. And honestly, I haven't had that kind of support with this garden, so that's a real struggle for me right now. So I got to think through this. Um, and I'm thinking probably staking it will be the best because this is this is all soil. This is all soft soil because it's wet. So it's still soft. I can drive them stakes in there with my hammer because they are spiky. Those are spiky stakes. And they look like they're about 3 inches long. These stakes are about, no, they're longer than that, maybe 6 inches. I think I can stake them. Uh, so I'm gonna have to, yeah, because this tent is finished. I mean, it's finished. It's just all balled up. I'll be able to use some parts of it as a trellis because that's what I did before, but it's no more good. It's absolutely no more good, and I have to get this stuff off of here before. What I am happy about is it didn't puncture any holes in the it didn't puncture any holes in the covering. So I got to get it off of here before it does. So that's the goal this morning is to get this thing off of here. Yeah, I hate this thing. Um, but one must do what one has to do. And oh, the other thing is that the other tent doesn't have. Oh, yes, it does. It has these Velcro pieces, so that's cool. Because this was a really nice tent. This is a really, because it's a tent cover. You can take the panels off of it. That was the good thing about it. The thing is, I just didn't see that coming. I just didn't see the winds today. I didn't see winds. This just happened too because when I looked out the window this morning, it was up. And I went back to bed because I needed the rest because I've been experiencing not cardiac, but a hypertensive event. And I was resting. But I looked back out the window and this is what I saw. Jesus. The whole thing toppled over. These pieces unzip and they come off. It's four panels. So we're gonna take them off and secure them until I get this tent back up. Um, that's the beauty. At least the most important part of this tent to me was not the bars because I have plenty of those. It was the beauty of having these panels, these really nice panels that come off. Uh, wow, this is crazy. I'm seeing the damage, looking at the damage of all my vegetables down there on the ground. All my lettuce, my spinach. Oh, foods I need to eat right now. Look at that. Oh, God, help me. But then they look like they can be salvaged if I can get in there. They look like they took a soft fall, Yep, looked like they took a soft fall with this tent. It was up this morning, y'all. It was up. It was up. I wasn't paying attention. It was up, but the wind was high. When I seen that ladder on the ground, I should have came outside then to do my assessment, and I didn't. So this is what happens when you don't move quickly. But that's okay. I'm gonna give myself some grace. Give myself a whole lot of grace. Thank God there was no fire lit, no fire out here, because there's a fire pit right there. It fell directly on the fire pit, and I'm glad there was nothing there to puncture holes in it. Jesus. Whew. Oh my goodness. Gotta get this lettuce. I gotta get this lettuce off of here. I won't be able to move it. Oh, my setup was so beautiful. I think I'm gonna sit y'all up on a tripod today. I'm gonna close out this video and I'll open it back up. Once I get this tent down, I'll open it back up and share my progress because this is gonna be an arduous one. But I've got a good day to do it. It's sunny out. It's warm out. It's not cold. It's not freezing. So there's a lot to be grateful for. So I think I'm going to close this video out and come back, go get me some coffee, because there's a cloud over top of me that I hope keeps moving. The life of a backyard farmer, urban homesteader. It's not funny. But baby, if you don't find, if you don't smile through it, it can take you out. It can be discouraging, make you want to give up. But we can't be giving up. Oh, I can't get this one off. Yeah, I gotta go through here and take off, unloosen the tent bars, because it was really secure up top, but it was not secure enough on the ground. A lesson learned before the deep winter, right? Because it's about to get cold again. So lesson learned in time that this didn't turn over while it was frigid 0 degree weather outside, because the weather is doing such crazy things right now. And who knows what's about to happen next. What I do know is I'm still a happy gardener. I'm a happy gardener, happy homesteader. My chickens are happy. My food is still growing. I just got to pick a few things up off the ground. Y'all pray for y'all sister over here because, oh my goodness, I need a cup of coffee. This is what? What? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Father, just let these trees stay in place. Because, baby, I got so many of them. Father, put your ark of safety around my property. Because, baby, them trees don't be playing. They be falling down too, but we are rebuking it in the name of Jesus. They are there for our resourcefulness. Whoa, I better keep going, y'all. It's getting windy again, so it's about to snatch this tent some more. So I better go. I better go before it get okay, because it's about to lift again because I done took it apart. All right, y'all. I will come back in a little bit after I get this tent apart and we can share in the bliss of putting things back together again, okay? All right, guys. Talk to you soon.